I remember when I was a little girl, and I would ask my mom 100 questions, and she would send me straight to the dictionary. Anybody else have that parent? Dictionary lovers unite. I decided recently to look up AI. Did you know there are actually 2 entries? One of them is for a 3-fingered sloth, similar to the adorable one seen here. The other is, of course, artificial intelligence. But we know that intelligence is also beautifully human. And tonight, I want to propose that there are at least 3 missing entries that belong in the dictionary. And I invite you to consider these with me. The first one, let's call it artistic intelligence. And this one is about our universal capacity for beauty. Every person in here is not only beautiful, but you are a maker. Whether you cook, whether you paint, whether you teach. I didn't see that coming. But your capacity to make, whether you use dough or Play-Doh, my point is that every one of us holds artistic intelligence inside of our souls. I also want you to remember that when you're thinking about AI and you're gathering at all these tables, whether it be boardrooms or classrooms or churches, to look across the room and remember the person across from you is holding a measure of artistic intelligence. Amen. The next one has to do with aging, and if anybody in here is like me and you have gray hair, you might have more of this intelligence than you realize. This one is connected to our wisdom and our ability to live and learn. Imagine the events of your life as drops of liquid, and with a little bit of understanding, a little bit of growth, and a little bit of time, they crystallize into something that illuminates, something that radiates and brings light and insight into our hearts and our relationships. So for example, I remember one time this same curious little girl decided to skate down a whole flight of back porch steps, all 12 of them. I was trying to impress someone, and let me tell you, it didn't go well. They weren't impressed. But there is a lesson that I carry in my heart to this moment, and that is I no longer risk my body or safety for anyone's applause or approval. So what pearls of wisdom do you carry from your stories? Some of these pearls have been very hard won. The last intelligence is a little bit harder to describe, so bear with me. I think it is a precious gift that every one of us gets to unwrap. This one, let's call this one authentic intelligence. And this one is about our voice. Everyone in here has a unique voice in this world. We are each once in a lifetime cosmic events that will never happen again. And inside of your voices and your fingerprints is the power and the capacity to change the world. We all have a sacred call to do something with the time we have on this earth. We all have been loved into existence. And we get to leave our fingerprints of love wherever we go, should we choose to. Now, what happens when we decide to put all these intelligences together? I bring a measure of mine, Wendy brings some of hers, you bring some of yours. What problems do you think we could start to solve and resolve? What do you think we could actually heal if we started to see the power in each other? My friends, what do you think is missing that is still possible? There's a capacity for beauty and power in our city that hasn't even been forged yet. We don't need another data center. We just need to recognize the beauty and the power in the person sitting across from us. And so, my friends, tonight I want us to remember there is more than 2 kinds of AI that is worthy of dictionary language and our cultural language. There's more than 2, and they're probably ancient. They're not even new, and we get to cultivate these together. The next time you gather at a table and someone mentions AI, because I guarantee they will, please remember that the most powerful AI in the world is not built on algorithms, but on the rhythms of our heartbeats and our living rhythms. Thank you so much.